Good evening, YouTube. This is Rick, Black Rifle from North Augusta, South Carolina. Coming at you today with the new Sightmark external battery for the Wraith, the HD, and the Max. These external batteries clip onto a Picatinny rail. I have mine on the bottom of my rifle, and the cable goes over and plugs into the switch, but you need a micro, a USB-C for this one. You use a USB micro for the HD, but the 4K mini takes a C. So does I think the 4K Wraith Max takes a C. I'm not sure, but the Wraith HD for sure takes a micro USB port. Anyway, the manual inside will show you that what you need. I have this that powers my Pulsar Thermals XQ38 on my 350 Legend here, my AR-15. But it'll let you power it for about 8 or 10 hours. So if your charge is down on your battery, it'll charge your battery up, and then it'll start using the power off of the external battery. So it'll keep charging your battery. Just a real nice piece of a kit there, accessory for the night vision. It works with the Pulsar. It also works with the ATN. That's a C, USB-C adapter end. This is the USB micro. You see how you see the end there. And this is the USB-C. I'll show you the end there. Now it comes with one cable, and you have to use the USB micro to charge the battery, and then the C to power your 4K mini Wraith or the Max. For the HD, you could use the same cable that you charge your battery with. So it comes with that cable, but you'll have to order an extra C cable off of Amazon or something like that to make it work. Okay, you got a fixed rail here and a recoil lug. You want to line that up with a slot in the pick rail, and then get this on an angle, and then pop it on, and it goes on with a snap. And these lugs here that snap push in and out. Okay, so when you take it off, you're gonna lift up on the end. These recoil lugs are these spring-loaded clips are at. You lift up on that end, not the fixed end. But your recoil lug will snap right in there. It snaps flush. You can put it in front of the sight, or you can put it on the side, on either side or underneath. I got mine on a pick rail underneath and as far back as I could get it, so I'm close to the port on the scope. And the cable's only 12 inches long, so it works. And then with the 4K mini, you have your your flashlight mounted somewhere else. It's not mounted on the sight itself, so you can mount it on the pick rail on the side, underneath, or wherever. But you can still use enough of this to have enough up here to mount your flashlight, or mount your flashlight on top here. But that's about it. These were about $100, about 99 bucks I seen them for, and that you push this button, tells you how good your charge is. And then you got a USB-C and a you got a USB and a USB micro port on this here. So that'll power your rig for about 10 hours. I wish they had a place to plug in for the flashlight. That'd be nice if the flashlight came with a rechargeable battery, with the Wraith and the HD and the Max and the Mini. But with the thermal, you don't need a light, so you just power the thermal. My ATN thermal will run 10 hours on its internal battery, and then with this one, it just keeps it up to keeps its charge up. So nobody's going to be out there constantly on with their thermal. So I turn my thermal off from time to time and listen. If I hear something, I'll turn it back on and look. Every few minutes I turn it back on and take a look, and try not to make any noise. But the battery was a deal. I got them on Amazon for $79 a piece, and I bought 3 of them. I got three of them, so couldn't beat the price because they're regular $99 or $100. So it was a good price tag on them. So I'll be getting a lot of use out of those. I really like them. I like the way it's designed so it snaps on the pick rail. Well, I wish some of the other companies would do that too. That make night vision. Some of the other ones would come up with a thing like Sightmark did. Now Sightmark has a thermal, a Wraith thermal. Boy, I'd like to have one of those too. But I pretty much blew the wad on the Pulsar Talion XQ38. They're around $2,500. So until that one gets paid off, I won't be buying another thermal. Also, ATN makes a good beginner thermal, the ATN Thor 160 LTV. It allows you to have video, and it's right around the 900 mark to 1,000. So it's a 3x9, and if I had my choice to go over again, I would have foregone. I wouldn't have spent the money I did this past few months ago. About 6 months ago, I bought the Thor 160. And it's a good scope and everything, but it don't record. This one records, and it does audio and video on the Sightmark, and I think the LTV records audio and video as well, and it allows you to adjust the colors too, your color palettes, so it gives you a few different color palettes. But we were out the other night hog hunting, and I got a hog, and my friend Mark got a hog, and I don't know how many raccoons and beavers we killed. But we were had a 22, and he was doing it to it on the beavers on the beaver pond. We have a depredation permit to get rid of those beavers, and we tried trapping and everything else. People started stealing the traps and taking the conibear traps, and they're quite expensive, you know, when you got 8 or 10 traps out and somebody coming along behind you picking them up and taking the whole trap and everything. So we just started shooting them at night. And that's the easiest way to do it. And we've eradicated about, when he was down here last week, I think he killed like 6 or 8 of them altogether. We only recovered 3, but I went down there the other day and there was, you know, carcasses floating in the pond. So fish are picking at them and the turtles are feeding on them. So there you go. We couldn't get them out of the pond because they were out toward the middle. But 22 worked well. Shooting a suppressed 22, and I just heard a bullet. I wasn't here to report of the rifle go off. I just heard a bullet smack the beaver. And then he got about 6 or 8 coons that were doing a lot of damage to a feeder. They were tearing the feeder up and tearing the lights off of it and the solar panel, and just making a nuisance of themselves. So we had to get rid of them too. And got about 4 or 5 possums too to boot. This vermin carries diseases, and they're just a destructive critter, you know. And if you got chickens in a chicken coop, look out, because they're going to get in there and kill your chickens and steal the eggs and all kind of crap. So they're just more trouble than they're worth. So we just shoot them and get rid of them. And we do the nuisance wildlife control, and they're nuisances. But just wanted to bring this battery to you, and the fact that it will work with all the wraiths, so it will plug into any of them. But you need a C for the mini and the max, and you need a USB micro for the 4K max. And that cable, 4K micro, comes in the box to charge this battery, so it'll work right with your Wraith. All you do is put the big USB port, plug it in there, and then plug it into the scope, and that's a USB micro. And it's an angled cable, so you will be able to plug it in, and it will be on an angle, so it's not sticking out of the way like this straight cable does. Anyway, I think these straight cables are for charging, but you can use this cable. It's no problem to use it. But anyway, this is Rick, Black Rifle from North Augusta, South Carolina. I'm just bringing you that update. I'm really enjoying this 350 Legend. I really like the caliber. It really puts the hogs down. And straight wall cartridge, it's just fantastic. I can't say enough about it. In fact, I like this better than I like the 300 Blackout. So I may be selling a Blackout upper receiver soon, and maybe I don't know, I might invest in a 6.5 Grendel upper receiver from Bear Creek that's side charging. I want to get a heavy barrel fluted, at least 20 inches. So that 6.5 is it's hard to beat. It's a supersonic round out to past 1,000 meters. So you get out past 1,000 meters and it's still supersonic. So that's smoking fast. So we'll see about that. I like the 300 and all, but it just doesn't do what this 350 Legend does. I mean, it just cleans their plow. It's a badass rifle. In the 300 Blackout, I run the 110 grain ballistic tip, and it's Devastator too. It puts hogs down, but it doesn't put them as down as and out like the 350 Legend does. It puts them down and out. So we'll catch you later. This is Rick, Black Rifle from North Augusta. So long. Bye bye.